The news that a fleet of tankers is helping Russia ship its oil across the world has generated a lot of attention. These tankers are yet unidentified, but they have been seen across the world. According to recent studies, this covert fleet has been expanding and has played a significant role in helping Russia evade international sanctions. Come along today as we explore the mystery behind the fleet of enigmatic tankers carrying Russian oil and how it affects international security. Russia has a long and rich history of shipping, which has been essential to the development and expansion of the nation's economy. Russia has made a name for itself in the maritime industry because to its access to both the Pacific and the Arctic seas. The maritime sector in Russia has experienced a downturn in activity due to geopolitical tensions and economic sanctions in recent times. Notwithstanding, the nation continues to be a prominent participant in the maritime sector, as the advancement of the Northern Sea route offers novel prospects for commerce and conveyance. Russia's history of shipping is evidence of both its advantageous geographic position and its capacity to use its marine resources to further its economic development. Russia's shipping sector has changed significantly over the years, from the Volga trade route to the Soviet Union's icebreaking fleet and the present development of the Northern Sea route, but it has remained an essential part of the nation's economy and its standing in the world. Given this, it should come as no surprise to some that Russia is once again making use of its geographic location. However, it seems like they went a bit too far, and their actions have been causing some friction. Talk of a secret fleet of tankers that is assisting Russia in exporting its oil across the globe has caused quite a stir in the maritime community. These tankers have been observed over the world, however it is still unknown what they are used for. An item on CNN claims that the fleet of enigmatic tankers has been transporting Russian oil to different parts of the world. In order to avoid the sanctions that the international community has placed on Russia, the piece emphasizes how this shadow fleet has been expanding. A fleet of enigmatic tankers is preparing to boost oil shipments from Russia, and additional ships have joined them as the West's sanctions against Russia are allegedly becoming stronger as a result of the conflict in Ukraine. Reliable industry sources claim that the shadow fleet consists of around 600 vessels, or 10% of all big tankers globally. And the figures continue to rise. It's still unclear who controls and owns a number of these ships. Over the course of the last year, several Western shippers gave up trading Russian oil as it became more difficult. In several of the cases, newer and less well-known people were engaged, as were shell corporations based in Dubai or Hong Kong. There are also reports of individuals using old, rickety boats that would have otherwise been thrown away, and others who purchased boats from Europeans. It is stated that as Moscow attempts to avoid cooperating with Western shippers and clients in India and China to replace those in Europe who can no longer buy by sea, the significance of the fleet that is invisible to radar sensors has increased. A Marine Insight research provides some insight into how these tankers operate. According to the story, the tankers have been operating under several flags and identities, which makes it challenging to determine who owns them. To avoid being discovered, they have also been turning off their transponders, which makes it difficult to follow their whereabouts. The Eastern Herald report attests to the fact that the fleet of tankers carrying Russian oil is expanding. According to the study, similar tankers have been sighted around the globe, notably in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. According to the report, this increase may be the result of rising global demand for Russian oil. According to an Ed News investigation, Russia's fleet of enigmatic tankers is assisting it not just in getting over sanctions but also in expanding its influence around the globe. The essay makes the case that Russia is forging friendships with nations that depend on its energy in addition to reaping financial benefits from shipping oil to other locations. Lastly, a West Observer story affirms that the world community is concerned about the fleet of enigmatic tankers. The research emphasizes that the fleet's capacity to avoid discovery and deliver oil to various locations may have detrimental effects on international security. But where does this oil go? All of it. As Europe no longer imports energy from Russia, agreements have been reached by purchasers in Asia. According to the International Energy Agency, China imported 1.9 million barrels of oil per day on average from Russia in 2023, a 19% increase from 2022. India increased its oil purchases even more, increasing its average daily purchases to 900,000 barrels, an increase of 800%. The European Union's prohibition on Russian oil being transported by water caused Russia's oil shipments to China and India to reach all-time highs in January, according to data and analytics firm Kepler. Additionally, exports to Turkey, another important client, continued to be high. Boats with the capacity to undertake the journey are required to fulfill these orders. The Russian National Navy is deficient in ships. Thus, the shadow fleet is involved. According to a different top executive of an oil trading business, between 25 to 35 ships are sold each month to make up the shadow fleet. The non-profit organization Global Witness believes that between late December 2023 and January of this year, over 25% of the oil ships that were sold were purchased by unidentified buyers, roughly twice as many as the previous year. Demand may increase in the upcoming months if China needs additional gasoline to assist its economy recover. In addition, many individuals are becoming concerned since they have been functioning in the dark. They are inquiring and speculating about the potential repercussions of Russia's activities and how they may impact not just the shipping and oil sectors, but also the economy and markets of other businesses. Transporting crude oil and oil products from Russia will take up more space in the global fleet, which will raise prices for all oil dealers. There are a lot more problems with how the tanker market works now than there were before, Right of Plur stated. E.A. Gibson's research chief, Richard Matthews, said that the likelihood of a major leak or accident is rising daily. According to experts, Russia may find it simpler to evade sanctions or sell its oil for more than the maximum price if it had a shadow fleet. It also complicates the process of determining the price at which Russia's barrels are selling. Vakalenko and other specialists have examined customs data, which indicates that the national standard, Urals, sells for far more at major ports than official prices indicate. There are also concerns regarding safety. Although most oil firms would retire ships after 15 years due to wear and tear, there is a misconception that the dark fleet includes a large number of ships that are above that age. These days, an increasing number of these boats are traveling the globe. In conclusion, the maritime industry and the whole community have become aware of the rising phenomena of the fleet of enigmatic tankers carrying Russian oil. Although the objective of these tankers is yet unknown, worries regarding international security have been aroused by their capacity to evade sanctions and deliver oil to many locations. It will be interesting to watch how the world reacts to this expanding fleet of tankers as this tale progresses. Our thorough examination of the enigmatic realm of Russia's maritime past and the tanker fleet that carries its oil comes to an end here. Concerns regarding international relations and global security have been raised by the shadow fleet's expansion and ability to avoid notice. And that's it. If you want to continue to learn about business investing and financial education, we have got this video waiting on the screen for you to check out. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.